Welcome back to the Brothers of Troy podcast. It's your host. I'm AJ.
Bubba.
Welcome back, guys. 3-0. 3-0 to start the year. So that's pretty good so far. I mean, that's what we predicted, right? Yeah, rep that Drake London jersey, man.
Yes, sir, man. ATL is my favorite team and one of my favorite SC players, baby. Drake,
Same.
I know you know my boy B with, bro. I'd love you to sign this if you ever watch this, which I don't know if he will, but
Hopefully one day
I
that'll
just,
be that'll be like that would be pretty sick because
yeah, he
they
played
played
basketball with the
AAU.
homie B.
Yeah, he played AAU with a good friend of ours who's playing basketball overseas now. Shout out to the boy Brandon Whitney, all-time
B
assist
Witty, what's
leader,
up, boy?
all-time assist leader in Montana history. But we're getting a little sidetracked. Anyways, 3-0 baby, on the year. Oh man, like I said, we predicted this, so it's doesn't surprise us that we're 3-0. I mean, does it surprise you, Bubs?
No. I feel like we were gonna beat Purdue. I feel like we would have beat him by more if we weren't rain delayed for like 2.5, 3.5 hours.
Oh, bro, yeah. Let's dive into that a little
I
before we
mean,
dive into the game, dude. That three and a half
uh,
hour wait was crazy.
I mean,
Three
as an
hours. I think
athlete
it was three
ourselves, we
hours.
know what that's like
I think three
when
hours it was.
you, we know what that's like when you are prepared for a game and all of a sudden now you gotta somehow get your body rejuvenated and ready and get re-amped up. It's like the worst feeling as an athlete because now you're already amped before the game started, you're all ready to go, and then they tell you, oh, wait, you gotta wait. And then they keep telling you, you gotta wait, you gotta wait. So to try to stay loose during those moments is for sure difficult. So
Yeah,
shout out to the boys for still bringing the energy that they needed to get the dub because I'm sure waiting for that long
yeah,
probably
three
pissed them
hours.
off, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, crazy,
So,
crazy weather delay out there in West Lafayette in Indiana. But yeah, like my brother was saying, like Bubba was saying, like I mean, he said it best from a player's perspective. Like you gotta, it's hard when you're already like amped and you're already got your juices flowing to be like, yo, we're not playing. There's a weather delay. Y'all got to settle down and restart the process again. But Anthony hit the hammer on the nail with that one. So spoke pretty well about that. So that 3 hour rain delay was nothing because we won at the end of the day. But with
yeah.
that being said, I did want to talk about something interesting I did watch during one of the games this weekend. It was during the Clemson and Georgia Tech game. I don't know if you saw that game at all. Did you? Were you able to watch that one?
Yeah, I was when we were at brunch, mom, dad, and me, myself. They had it on TV. I mean, Georgia Tech's a sleeper, bro. Let's just start off with that.
Yeah. It's
They're so
key.
underlooked, bro. You guys gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, it's one of my key upsets that happened this week. Georgia Tech is actually looking pretty good, but what happened that I wanted to talk about during the game was they were doing a replay, an instant replay studio, and I noticed that the like you know how normally the announcers like kind of talk during the replay and they go off to like some other rules analysis guy um, in the background. Well, this time they actually had the live conversation with the referees and the people wherever the I think New York or whatever the replay studio is. They had the live conversation of the refs and those replay studio people talking about what they saw, what the refs saw for one, and then what the replay people saw as well. So I thought that was pretty interesting, man. I think it'd be pretty interesting to start hearing those things during the replay reviews.
Yeah, I wasn't able to hear anything because I was a restaurant. At a restaurant they usually don't have the volume up too high, and they usually put the captions up.
Yeah.
So I didn't catch that part. But yeah, like I said, overall Georgia Texas sleeper. They've been playing pretty well for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I mean, y'all better watch out for them in college football. They're bad boys, so
Yeah.
y'all better give Georgia Tech their respect.
Yeah. They're pretty good. I mean, I don't know what their record is. I just know.
3-0.
Oh, they're 3
3-0.
0. Okay, nice. I just know. Yeah, they beat number 12 Clemson, so that's pretty impressive. The other key upsets that kind of happened this weekend was, dude, Vandy over South Carolina. South Carolina was, I think, 11th in the
And
country, dude, and
11 to
Vanderbilt
10.
was not even ranked, and Vanderbilt whooped South Carolina's booty, 31 to
Yeah.
7. So that's gonna play a huge factor in these next top 25. And then the last game that I had, actually, I wasn't able to watch this game, but Texas A&M and Notre Dame, I guess it was a good one because Texas A&M only won 41 to 40. So I guess that was a really good game. Wasn't able to watch it.
Well, yeah, I was watching that game off and on. Um, and yeah, I mean, I missed the part where the guy missed the extra point, where the kicker missed the extra point. So that's the only reason why they won by one. Um, I, I think Notre Dame's got to obviously iron out some things right now. Looking at the way that they've been playing, I mean, they've had the two tough losses back to back. They had
Yeah.
the tough loss against Miami, and then a tough loss against Texas A&M. And dude, but that Texas A&M quarterback, I don't know his name by heart, but that dude is a bad, bad boy, bro.
Yeah, he's
He's a
pretty
bad
good.
man, bro. He's a bad freaking man.
Yeah.
They just couldn't stop him. They couldn't contain him every time he scrambled out the pocket.
Well, yeah, he's like a dual threat type of quarterback, so like you got to be looking out for those types of quarterbacks in the game nowadays. So, but yeah, that was, I guess, another good game. And the last good game that I want to talk about before we start breaking down our game, the main game that we should be really talking about. But the last good game that I wanted to talk about was that the highlighted game, the Georgia and Tennessee game. Honestly, that I think that was like a classic SEC shootout, down to the wire type of game. So you're good all SEC football game. But yeah,
Speaking
Georgia
of it,
Georgia
okay.
beat them.
Speaking of the kicker, man, we got two kickers that one missed the extra point in Notre Dame, the other one missed the game-winning field goal in Tennessee, which is the reason why they went into OT.
Yeah.
So,
Excuse me.
I mean, good games all around. Good
Yeah, good
games all
games
around.
all around. You're right. College football provided this weekend. So, but yeah, let's dive into this SC Purdue game. SC won 33-17 at Purdue after a 3-hour rain delay, thunderstorm, lightning delay. But yeah, it was, I had to sit here at home, wait 3 hours. And good thing I got to watch some of those other games, but still, waiting 3 hours, bro. As a fan, as a player, it's just not fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I mentioned the perspective as an athlete, but also as a fan, the anticipation of wanting to see your team play
It's
is
excruciating sometimes.
it sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks for sure. But speaking of that, I actually want to start off with the lows of what
Okay.
I think we could do better.
I know. I wrote
Because
a
there,
couple. I wrote a couple things down as I was watching the game that are kind of like on point with the what you want to talk about, the lows. So go ahead, kick it off.
yeah. So as I mean, I only played 1 year of football, so but I understand the basics of it, and I understand a lot of the game, just not some of the little nuances of it. But one thing I can say is that the tackling was damn near god awful yesterday. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. It was pretty bad. You got guys tackling too high, trying to strip the ball. I don't know if they teach them to hit and wrap anymore or go low for the legs, but I mean, whatever it is not working because we're tackling way too high.
I think
And against teams like Michigan, that's not going to work. Against
yeah.
teams like Iowa, Illinois, the tough schedule that we got coming up, that's not going to work. So,
Yeah, there was a lot of high tackles today, or not today, but during the game. But regarding like you saying like people trying to strip out the ball, I think that's kind of like what most. I mean, they watch from the NFL all the time, and that's what most people are doing. Tackling and trying to get the ball out. They want the ball, bro. We want the score, right? We want to score no matter what. We want to force turnovers, But I do agree. I mean, a little bit of tackling too high, broke out of some tackles. So
well, here's my thing though, real quick though. If you're going to do that, I mean, and I only learned this from watching his documentary. But speaking of Michigan, Charles Woodson, an NFL legend, played for the Raiders, played for the Packers. he was probably one of the best. How would you say? He was one of the best defensive players to force fumbles because he
Yeah.
had this trick, and he talked about in his documentary where he would slap at the ball or punch at it.
Well, there's a famous guy.
Instead of what these guys are doing, because what he would do is he would punch the ball while they're running at him
Yeah,
instead of.
I think Patrick Tillman made that more famous than Charles Woodson, but
I mean, well, no, I mean Patty Tillman and Charles Woodson in the same regard, same era, really, right? If I'm
yeah,
remembering.
I mean that's a long time ago, so it's like not many of whoever's
Yeah,
watching could probably
but
remember
I
those
think both of
times.
those guys made it prevalent.
Yeah.
But I mean, Clay Matthews, a USC alumni who played with
Yep.
Charles at Green Bay, he said, "Yeah, those. If you're trying to force a fumble, you really should want to punch the ball instead of ripping at it,
Yeah.
because a lot of the
100%.
times you're not gonna have success if you rip it."
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
So
being on that, I played on the defensive side of the ball when I was in high school and whatnot. Yeah, punching the ball is more effective than trying to strip the ball because think about it. You come in punching, you got so much more force than you trying to pull the ball out of the
yeah, and
running
your
back's
momentum's
hand.
already there, right? Your momentum's already there, because if you try to strip it, now you got to create more momentum with your arm and try to force
And
it out. Whereas,
hence, when they can slip loops because you have one arm here, one arm here.
yeah,
More of your energy and focus is on stripping the ball, and then when they can slip out and let loose. But I want to talk about on our defense too. What I thought was a weakness so far. I mean, these RPOs kind of killed us. There was short little slant routes that they were doing on that RPO that kind of like killed us big time because it helped them like get first downs, especially on third downs. They were running a lot of third down RPOs, and they were pretty successful on third down.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna give it to them. Purdue, I mean, they played pretty decently offensively, to be honest, especially
yeah,
on third down. I
oh
mean, our
yeah,
defense, the one thing I could say we did do a good job for the most part on first and second down. It's just third down. We couldn't. It's just like last year. That's the problem. I have the same concern I have as last year. We would always do good on first and second down, and then no matter what, they could be third and 20, third and 15. Somehow they still pick it up.
yeah,
So I think we gotta tighten up the third down coverage, but we got Rob Ryan,
yeah,
NFL legend, NFL coach, our former NFL coach, defensive coordinator, and Dan Lynn, our defensive coordinator at SC. I think we just need to tighten those things up, and I think other than that, the defense will be good. But there are some little things we need to fix, as we just mentioned.
yeah. That's all I can think about for a low on defense. Any lows on offense? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I could say some.
okay,
Um,
take it away.
I think Jaden played great. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I think I mean he's definitely way better than he was last year. He feels like it looks like he's in more control of the offense. We've been saying that for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
He
you
looks good. The
definitely you
problem is
definitely
I think
have, but he
he
is he is. So it's an accurate statement. So
I think he is tending to force things a little bit when they're not there.
I think this
Um,
game definitely for sure he kind of was a little bit, just a little bit though.
Yeah, just a little
Um,
bit, not much, but just a little bit. And also, I think, again, a flaw that we had last year. I mean, Dad was saying that some of these guys missed a couple blocks on a swing route. One to Wayman that should have been for a touchdown, I guess. I guess we missed a lot of blocks on our little screen routes we do, our swing routes, RPO screens, or whatever it is.
yeah,
Uh,
I didn't catch any of that, but if Dad was able to pick a little bit of that out, and Dad's got a lot of knowledge of football as well, then yeah, I guess we missed a couple blocks here and there,
I think
but
we gotta stop do. I think we gotta stop running it all the time because teams are gonna pick it up.
well, I think
And
right now in where we're at, it's our foundation. It's kind of our foundation, and it sets up a lot of things. Just like I told
yeah,
you, like
yeah,
last week, that we do start running the ball. Okay, opens up Lake. Lake had a good game this week.
yeah.
Um, he balled out. Same thing with our backup tight ends. I want to will say before we transition on to good points on offense. One thing I did notice about speaking on Mayava, I believe he was challenged schemed wise this week because as you were saying, there were some of the throws that you could see that he was trying to force in there. He didn't really like see some of the zones that they were like dropping in to, and we haven't really seen a lot of that because I mean third game into the season, first 2 games didn't really give us a much defensive scheme where he can work on, but I think he was challenged. Mayava was challenged this week as far as the scheme, and it stuck out a little bit. But hey, other than that, yeah, good that he got challenged. This is something that we need. I think now we could transition to the good parts of the game. Let's start on O. I mean, like I said, I'll continue to say, like you have also been saying, Mayava is taking control of this offense. Still, he has no interception, so that's still smart quarterback play. So he's playing pretty well.
You could have had a few yesterday, but I mean...
Yeah, he could have had one. I think there should have been one, but...
They dropped it.
Yeah, thank God. But, yeah, offense is still looking good. We're clicking. We're playing good football. Let's just be real. We're playing really good football.
Yeah, we are, and... There's something I want to talk about when we get into it. I'm not going to say who left the comment or whatever, but I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, speaking of the highs, the defense, other than third down, played extremely well.
I think this is the highest.
Shout out to the big boy. Shout out to the big boy who took it to the crib. It's all over social media. Everybody's posting about it.
Yes, they were, man. Hey, that big boy was running, and then he hit that celly.
Yeah.
Man was hungry, Bubba.
It don't matter how you do it, you just get the job done.
Yeah.
And I think our defense, they came up crucial when they needed to. We got some stops down there when they were in the red zone on the goal line.
Yep.
Especially that pick.
Yeah.
I believe it was like 3 minutes 45 seconds to go. I think that's huge because they were building momentum, and I think they just got to stop, if I'm not mistaken, on defense.
Yeah, I think they were stopping us towards the end. But yeah, that one red zone interception that we had was huge because definitely killed their momentum right there. And I was kind of getting a little stressed watching it. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna score. This is who knows? They're gonna get more. You know, it would have been a closer game if they would have scored, but you know. We got that interception.
But that's the difference from last year. Last year, we couldn't even make the big plays when we needed them. That's the difference between this defense and last year's defense.
Hey, man,
we could not make,
Sharks, baby.
Yeah, we could not make the big plays to save our lives, and right now, the defense is doing a good job of doing that. I mean, yeah, you give up a third down. You give up some third downs during the drive, but if you can get the stop when you need it the most, I mean, that's really all that matters. I mean, preferably you would like to get it before then so you don't have to be in that situation.
Yeah.
But at least they know, okay, you're ready when that situation does happen. And speaking of a pick, there was that one nice pick, the first pick to begin with.
Yeah.
Where he undercut, what was it, a slant?
Yeah, he was reading it the whole way. That was actually the red zone one that we were talking. I mean, I think there were 2 red zone. Both of actually, let's talk about that. Both of them were actually in the red zone. Besides the big man pick, but the 2 key picks that Bishop Fitzgerald had were both in the red zone. That one where you're talking about right now, where he cut it off, he was reading the quarterback's eyes the whole way. Like, I mean, it would have been a good read if Bishop Fitzgerald was not like playing that zone, that robber is what they call it on the defensive side, and he was playing that. And hey, man. It was a great read. Fitzgerald made a great play on the ball, and.
But I'm talking about his first one. That one was a good one, but I'm talking about his first one.
Yeah.
I don't know what that dude was running. I don't know if he was running a slant or if he was just running a breaker, where kind of I don't know. You like you said, you played receiver. I don't know what like route he ran, but I do know that all I saw was Bishop cut in front of him again. And like kind of do this, and it hit his hands. He bobbled and he picked it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember precisely what which pick
what route
what route he was running or
what. The very first one when they were driving. when we got the field goal, they were driving on their first drive, and I think they were on our like 2 or 3 yard line, maybe 20, something like that. I don't remember what the situation was, but the quarterback was scrambling this way, and he kind of threw it back short, like threw it off his back foot,
Okay.
because the guy did look open. He did look open, and then Fitzgerald just cut it in front of him.
Like I
Picked
said,
it off.
I don't really, to be honest with you, Bubba, I don't really remember. Because
I remember. I
a
just
lot
don't
of things
know.
happen in the game, so a lot of good things. So, yeah,
It's-
dude, the highlight I want to say is just like the just defense played solid in general, man. Overall, like we've been saying, we've been playing pretty well. Um, Anything else you want to add about the game?
Uh, I mean, like I said, the other thing I do want to add, I'll save for later. Like
All
when
right.
we do our impact players.
Sounds good. Let's fast forward to next week. We play Michigan State at home, night game, 8 p.m. Unfortunately for us, we will not be there. We have prior commitments that we have to do.
Engagements. Yep.
Yes, we got family getting married, so we're gonna go support them getting married. But we're
Yes,
also
sir. I'm in
gonna,
the wedding. Yes, sir. I'm in the wedding.
yeah, congratulations on that. But we're gonna try. It's an 8 p.m. game. The wedding's pretty early during the day, so we might be able to sneak it in.
You, not me. I probably won't be able to watch
Yeah,
it
you're gonna be
all.
pretty busy. I mean, it's at 8 p.m. and so
I mean, I'll probably come in. I'll come by and check on it like every now and then.
yeah. I mean,
But
like I said,
I'm
8
gonna
p.m.
be
game.
there.
So I think we'll be able
I
to watch.
mean, yeah, but shout out Jesse, my homeboy, and Alessandra. Love you
Yes,
both.
we don't have to give
Congratulations.
out.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
But
good time. Let's focus back in on track here. Yes, we're unfortunately not gonna be going, like I said, but instead of doing a post game breakdown, since we're not gonna be able to watch as much of the game because we will be at this wedding. What we're gonna do this next week's episode, we're actually gonna do a pregame. So we're gonna do a lot more talking about our predictions of the game against Michigan State in a pregame show. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna record that sometime this week, and hopefully get that out either the night before the game or early Saturday. So we'll
yep.
see. But anyways, diving back into the game. Since we don't want to spoil our pregame episode, we're just gonna give our 6 game ballers. We're gonna start. I'll start first because you started first last week. So yeah, I got. I'm gonna start with number 1 with the key and obvious. Okay, my first game ballers, because they were all balling out, was the whole entire defense. Okay, this is a stat line for our whole entire defense, baby. Shout out to the Sharks. We had 55 total tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 3 interceptions, and then that big boy interception, man. That big boy interception had me hyped. I was watching it in the living room right here, and I was sitting on my little beanbag chair that I have. And bro, when I saw the big boy get that interception, man, I jumped up so high out of my little beanbag chair, and I got hyped for him because I wanted him to score. So shout out to Jamal Jarrett for that one.
Yes,
So
sir.
defense is number 1. I'm gonna keep it all defensive, bro. Okay. Number 2, speaking of Jamal Jarrett, I'm gonna give it to him, bro. Big boy, 70-yard pick 6, man. That deserves a game ball, especially because it's a big boy.
Yeah.
And then my last star, it's going to be the boy Bishop Fitzgerald. He got 2 interceptions in the game, and he had 5 total tackles. So, hey, man, the defensive stat line to this week was crazy. So, shout out to the defense, man. Those are my game ballers for me this week. We'll break into the predictions next week. Or not next week, after Anthony finishes his game ballers. So, take it away, bub. Who are your stars?
Yeah. I mean, mine were the ones I predicted. I do want to throw Eli Sanders as an honorable mention in there because he did do some great things for us. And because I will say, and I'll start off with Wayman Jordan. He started off really slow.
Yes, I will say
I
he
don't,
did.
I don't know if he was timid or what the case was, but he just started off really slow. And I'll just say the thing that I wanted to talk about was, I'm not going to say who the person was that commented on one of these USC accounts that I follow.
Just somebody was
But
talking negative in the chats about Waymo, but
yeah. I mean, somebody, I'm not going to say what exactly what they said, but they basically just said that they wanted Eli in instead of Wayman. And then he showed you why that you should put him in. Because
yeah.
his back half was
Second half,
perfect.
he had a better
His
second
second
half.
half, his second half was perfect. He had a touchdown, and he had 77 yards on 18 attempts.
That's good stat line. 18
I mean,
attempts.
he would have had more if he didn't start slow, but I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
You can't. I mean, sometimes that happens, man. But anyways,
Yeah. And then my second one is again Jacoby, because he had. I mean, yes, you could say, oh, but he only had 3 catches. Yeah, but those 3 catches went for 91 yards.
yeah, he almost had another sick one-handed grab. To be honest,
Yeah. He could have done it
he
again.
could have done it. If he made that.
And, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
bro.
dude, we had almost had a couple
Yeah.
that game, not just Jacoby. And then again, Makai, because Makai, like I said, those are the dynamic duo that you got to watch out for. Because the thing is, we also showed that you also have to keep an eye on our other slot receivers as well. Because number 16, I don't know his name, but number 16.
I got you on that. I know his name. Chinook Hines. He's a freshman.
Yeah, Hines. I remember the last name. What a catch that was when Jaden just threw it up there.
Third down too.
Yeah, he just threw it. Jaden just threw it up there, hoping somebody was there.
And Chinook was there, bro, and he came down for. He mussed that guy. He had Chinook, bro. Chinook is tall and bigger compared to that guy. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. That's. Go ahead.
No,
you go.
And sorry, he almost had another one in the end zone.
Yeah. Oh, he was the one, bro. That if he came down with that Bubba, I would have lost. Like, they would have had to call security for a noise complaint because I was yelling so loud. But luckily, this was during the day, so.
Yeah, he went up for that.
He almost had that one, like this close. I mean,
he went up, like, he was that club. Like, he almost Odell'd it and then brought it down with, like, 2 hands.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a sick cat. And Jacoby, again, almost did the same thing. And even Mom, shout out Mom, she kind of said on Jacoby's, his was it just hit the palm and bounced out.
Yeah.
But Jacoby, but like I said, people say, well, if you guys say, well, why Jacoby Makai? Because they are impact players, and that's what you expect from them. And speaking of Makai, I didn't give you the stat line, but he only had 5 receptions, but they were for 63 yards. And that's what you kind of need. You may not have a big game all the time to be an impact player or like deserve a game ball. But the fact is, if you get those little things done, but I think this team, speaking of that, a high note, another high note. That's kind of what this team does on offense and defense. When you need it, they get it.
Yeah.
Last year, they didn't do it at all. But this year, they have done a good job so far of doing that. And hopefully they continue to do it. And when we do, and who we think our impact players are going to be for next week, since we're gonna do a pregame, I don't know if we're gonna do.
Yeah, actually, let's save that for the pregame. We'll talk about. We don't need to talk about that. We'll save that for the pregame.
That's fine.
But
overall, it was an overall great win. I mean, I at first I didn't say that because I was like, oh.
Yeah, you didn't like it when I called you right after the game. You're like, oh, dude, no, this is a bad win. This is a bad win. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? This is.
And the only reason why I said it was a bad win was mainly because, I mean.
I think you have a higher expectation.
Yeah. I mean, listen, here's the thing that I think a lot of people need to realize and understand. Like, when you grow up watching a team the way we did with USC football, for whatever, I don't give a damn what, or darn, whatever. I don't care what or how we look in spring. The expectation is always going to be here.
Yeah.
Just because of what I witnessed when I was a kid.
And then we are SC, so there's a lot of expectations. But, you know.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. And, like, I expect something certain, but now I think it's like, oh, well, just take the little things, and that's what I did when I rethought about thinking. I was like, well, we did these little things right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could work on these. I think I was just more pissed off about the tackling, honestly, because
Yeah. It
it was
wasn't pretty,
again.
but we got the job done.
Some
So
games are not. Some games are going to be like that. Some games,
exactly.
it's like my Falcons today. I mean, it didn't look great the whole time,
All right, let's
but I
not talk
mean,
about your
but you got it done.
Hey,
What?
that game was a low scoring game, but anyways, we're still sticking on the track for the SC. But yeah, your Falcons play well. Congratulations on your dub. Congratulations on my team. You know, Niners. Hey, we secured that. But anyways,
Yeah.
enough talk about this NFL. But yeah, this is anything else you want to put in before we wrap it up here?
I would say stay tuned because we got some big things coming. I would say for sure. Not anything too major, but in regards to the Michigan game, it's gonna be we're gonna have some content for you guys for sure.
Yeah, but that's in
So
a few weeks from now. It's in October. So,
yeah, but either way, still kind of just give them a heads up.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Um,
Michigan game's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, but overall, like I said, I'm very happy with the way we started. I think I am more happier this year the way we started than I was last year.
Yeah.
Because I remember that game against Wisconsin. I think you remember I was visibly heated, and I had to go to the bar to calm down. But
Yeah.
I
That was
think
at home. Did we
I
play
think-
Wisconsin at home?
what?
Did we
What?
play Wisconsin? No, nothing. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. The thing is like again, where we were last year, starting 3-0, compared to where we are this year, starting 3-0, totally different feeling. I think
Yeah.
for the SC fans, I think a lot of the comments I saw were, yeah, it was a great win, or yeah, it didn't look pretty, but we got it done. There's still some concerns, but they'll iron it out this week.
Yep. Exactly. That's
Again,
what
like
film sessions for. This probably they watched it today or they were gonna watch it tomorrow. Their film session, but yeah, that's what it's for. It's iron out those kinks. That's as Lincoln said post game, we still got a lot to work on. So we just keep improving. On to the next one. Beat the Spartans.
yeah, beat the Spartans, man. Like I said, we'll touch base more on that in our pregame show.
Exactly.
Uh,
Be on the lookout for that one. Coming pretty soon after, kind of a couple days after this episode airs. So
Yeah, so
yeah.
I mean, you
Cool to
know
break
what
it
do,
down?
man.
Let's break it down then.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, this is episode 3, coming to a conclusion. Brothers of Troy, USC ended up winning the game 33-17 after a 3-hour rain delay, but we got the job done. So, fight on, baby! Shout out to the boys. Way to get that victory. First road game victory because we were 0-3 on the road. So let's highlight that. But yeah, man, good road win. So with that being said, we're going to close this out. Episode 3, like I said, USC 33, Purdue 17. Let's break it down, Bubba. Fight on me. Fight on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fight on, baby. Catch you guys on the next one. See you in the pregame. Later.
See you in the pregame show. You guys have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.